Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another special Halloween Closer Look. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the classic series, exploring all the myriad mysteries of the unknown, In Search of, the complete series, mostly with Leonard Nimoy, but also with Rod Serling and Mitch Pileggi. Today, on a closer look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, why am I including this interesting documentary type series in the Halloween reviews? Well, because quite frankly, this is one of those shows you might not want to watch late at night, because if you do, it's going to scare the crap out of you a lot of the times. Kind of like Unsolved Mysteries did back in the day for many of us. This was kind of the Unsolved Mysteries of its day. They would do really well-made reconstructions of events and things like that, and explore the supernatural and ancient civilizations and aliens and ghosts and time travel and all these different things. So sometimes it was just really interesting. Other times it was really scary. And all the while you had the soft tones of Leonard Nimoy telling you about all of these strange things about our world. But I loved this show a lot. I watched it quite a bit in the 90s when it was brought back in repeats. And they had a different intro for it, though. It was an all CG, like 90s CG intro. And for whatever reason, it was like a syndicated version of it that actually had the episodes cut down a fair amount. I didn't realize this, but there's actually a lot of segments in it where Leonard Nimoy would actually appear on camera and talk to you, the viewer, about different aspects of it. For whatever reason, in the syndicated version, they cut out all the parts where Leonard Nimoy is on camera and only kept the parts where it's his voiceover. So, I don't know why, but they did, and that's the version I saw. So for the longest time, I was wanting to see the original uncut version as it appeared back in the mid to late 70s and early 80s. It ran from 1976 to 1982 originally. It was 6 seasons, and then it was brought back for one very short season hosted by Mitch Pileggi from the X-Files, and I think that only lasted about 8 episodes or so. But also worthy to note, back in the early 70s, I think it was like 73 or 74, they did a pair of pilot episodes, 1-hour-long episodes, narrated by Rod Serling. Yeah. Now, this version of the complete series set is the only place you can get those Rod Serling episodes. There's 2 versions of the complete series set. I'm going to mention this again a couple of times in this closer look, just to really drive the point home. There's 2 versions of this set. The other version looks like this. And do you notice the difference? It says 144 episodes. Yeah, whereas this one is 146. Now, the 2-episode discrepancy is specifically the 2 Rod Serling episodes. They're included in this set. They're not included in the other set. So, but I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. I will include Amazon links to both versions in the description. Mainly because I don't know how in print this one still is. I kind of got it on clearance from VEI's actual Amazon store. So, but that was a little while ago. I don't know how available it still is. So on the off chance it's not available anymore and you still want to have as much of In Search of as you can possibly get, I'll include Amazon links to both versions in the description. But I will clearly distinguish which one is which. Well, basically, you want the one that looks like this if you want to get the full set. Anyway, it's a great collection. It has all 6 seasons. of the original series. It has the full Mitch Pileggi series, and it has the 2 Rod Serling episodes. The only thing it doesn't have, because this set came out a few years ago, is the recent revival starring Zachary Quinto, which I think is beautiful. I think it's wonderful. I mean, Zachary Quinto became good friends with Leonard Nimoy in his latter years, and of course is amazing as the young Spock in the recent Star Trek movies. So I thought it was just completely perfect and appropriate that he was the host of the new In Search Of. I haven't seen the new one yet, but I definitely want to check that out. Alrighty, well, there's a lot to go through here, so let's head on down to the black box and search out the contents of In Search Of, the complete series set.
Okay, here we go. In Search Of, the complete collection. And as I said, this is truly the complete collection. This is the one you want, the one that's 146 episodes, not the one that's 144 episodes. Now, even though this set is technically out of print, you can still find it out there fairly cheap. So, this is a 21-disc set, and it is the original uncut 70s versions, which actually has Leonard Nimoy on camera, whereas the later 90s repeat versions with the CG intro, for whatever reason, cut out all of Leonard's on-camera appearances and only kept his voiceovers. So the episodes actually ran a little bit shorter. But these are the original full-length uncut episodes. So there you go. And there's the side. It's kind of a big set. It's hard to get it all in there. Yeah, see, this is the big difference, is this one includes the 2 episodes hosted by Rod Serling, which were actually the 2 pilot episodes. They were hour-long episodes as opposed to the regular series half-hour length. And this is the only set that includes them. And that's the other side. And then on the bottom, just have some basics about the DVD set. So, 3,312 minutes. Awesome. So, basically, this is just like a treasure chest. Opens up like that. And then you have all 7 seasons separated out nicely, all in their own individual keep cases. So let's take a look at each one. So these basically just slide out. Very nice. I'll just take all of them out here. And as you can see, it is quite a nice sturdy box. Like, this is really durable and really protects those keep cases nicely. Plus, it's a very nice display piece. Alright, so let's take a look at each individual season set. Okay, here we go. So this is the first season. Very nice. And if you take a look at the back there, you should be able to read that. I'm not going to read off every single episode in the series, but you should be able to read that on the case. And then inside, my one and only complaint is the discs are actually stacked on the spindles, so be careful taking them out. Otherwise, really have no complaints about this set. It's really nice. It's all taken off the original film prints as near as I can tell, and looks as good as I think it's ever going to look, unless we get a Blu-ray edition sometime, of course. So here's season 2. I'll just give you a peek at the disc card. The disc card is, corresponds to each season package art, and it's the same artwork on each disc, I think, isn't it? Yes. Just had to double check that. I was like, maybe I do have to take them off the spindle. But nope, we don't. It's the same on every disc. And there's all the episodes that are on season 2. And here is season 3. And just to distinguish them a little bit more, each season is kind of color-coded. You may have noticed there the spine, the season numbers are all different colors, which is quite, I don't know, just a nice little attention to detail. And here we have season 4. I always found this was a nice companion piece to unsolved mysteries and things like that, and sightings and whatnot. One of those shows that you probably don't want to watch late at night because it'll just end up freaking you out and you'll be looking over your shoulder all the time and jumping at shadows. But that's great. That's what I love about these old shows, about the supernatural and the unexplained and stuff like that. It's always fun to have those late night sessions of spooking yourself. Yeah, I know I haven't been showing you all the disc art. Really, you're not missing much. It's basically whatever you see up here is the disc art. And then this was actually the last season of the original series, season 6. Lovely purple. There you go. And okay, I'll show you this disc too. There you go. Very nice. And finally, we have what they basically just called Season 7. This was the 2002 revival series hosted by Mitch Pileggi from X-Files. It's quite cool. And this one also has the bonus disc with the 2 pilot episodes hosted by Rod Serling. And there we go. So let's put them all back in the box here. Beautiful. And there you go. The complete collection of In Search Of. All 146 episodes. This is literally every single episode they ever made, ever. The only thing that isn't included, which would have been nice to have as a little bonus, is the 90s alternative intro that they did with all the CG graphics and stuff. It would have been nice to have that just thrown in as an extra, but for whatever reason they didn't. But that's okay. I mean, I would much rather have all of the original uncut episodes in their original uncut form than, you know, the trade-off being having the 90s intro. So there you go. I'm sure you'll agree, quite a nice collection. Again, the only complaint I have is the fact that the discs are stacked on the spindles rather than being in trays. But, you know, just be careful when you take them out and put them back in. Make sure no dust or gravel gets in between the discs and you should be fine. Alrighty. Well, that is it from me to you for now. So thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch. I stream just about every day. And I'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.